Hello guys, Hiragam16 here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Minecraft server. This is specifically going to be a prison server. So in this episode I'm going to be showing you the add-ons you need and how to set it up. I'll also show you how to create a super flat world if you like. You can skip that step if you want. So basically, first you're going to want to open up your preferred internet browser. I'll have a link in the description for all of these. So I'll tell you which ones that I haven't got to work and which ones I am not using in my server that I will be releasing to the public, because I actually got that created here. So basically what you're first going to want is download Java. Now you will have a few problems with the Java files, but I don't think this has anything to do with Java itself. Just click download Java for free and go through all the steps. But basically, if you've got I can't remember the name, WinRAR actually when you run the run file, it can't find any jar files because it doesn't. WinRAR makes the computer think that they're RAR files and not jar files. So yeah, just make sure that you uninstall WinRAR if you got it, or somehow, I'm not sure how you would be able to, but try and disable WinRAR for jar files. Next thing you'll probably want is Notepad. You don't have to get it, but it'll just make it easier from anything else. So yeah, craft Bukkit. This is what basically runs your server. You'll want to get this. Basically, I'll show you later, but basically you have a file that runs this file because it's a jar file, so it can't run itself. You've got PrisonMine. If you've played prison servers, you'll obviously see that there's the mines there that automatically reset. This is basically the plugin that controls them. Vault, I'm not entirely sure what it does, but it does something, and apparently you need it for a lot of the plugins. WorldEdit, if you don't know what WorldEdit is, I don't know what you've been doing, because it's basically an axe. Or I think it used to be a pickaxe, and basically you can just edit a bunch of things. I'll show you later. WorldGuard, I'm not entirely sure what this does. I think it blocks certain blocks from being placed and stuff. Essentials, basically, there's a few of these that you do want and some of them that you don't want. These are essential, basically. You want the actual essentials one, that's essential. Anti-build, that stops people from building in certain places. Essential, well, I'd say get these. Get these two. Get this one, because I'm not entirely sure what it does. But yeah, just get that one. Leave this one. Leave this one. Leave that one, and get essentials spawn. Wait, did I get project? In fact, no. Get project. Essential project. I'm not entirely sure what it does, but I've got it, so get it. Get WinRAR, essentials spawn. I'm not sure where I got WinRAR from, but that basically allows you to do all the spawns in the server, and leave the last two. That's all you need. PlotMe, well, PlotMe and NoCheatPlus. Get them if you can, but I can't guarantee that they'll work. I don't have them on my main server because I haven't gotten them to work. So yeah, download them. Get this as well. It's exactly the same. No cheat, disables cheat. PlotMe basically makes plots. If you have a look at other videos, you'll be able to find things, but this one I didn't manage to get to work on my server, and that might just be because 1.12 might be like too new for this, and they just haven't managed to release an update compatible. Another thing, make sure you've got the latest version of Bukkit. In fact, go on Google, don't get that Bukkit download. I'll leave a separate link in the description. Search Bukkit and go on the Spigot website. Don't go on this. I don't know why I've getting this up, I just have. So go on to this website and download Bukkit for 1.12 or whatever the latest version is. So yeah, I think that's about it. So basically, once you've downloaded all that, I'll just copy mine from in here. You want to right click, new folder, and you want to create this. You want to just name it anything. I'm going to call it server. Okay, now what I am going to do is just going to copy my Bukkit over, because obviously I'm not downloading them again because I've already got it. Okay, oh god, I also want, you'll want to create a batch file. In fact, I'll just edit it. You'll copy this, I'll leave it in the description, Control C. In the file you'll want to right click, new text document. Or you can just search in here Notepad and then paste it in Notepad and then save it as like, and just follow the steps once I've created this. I'm going to call this run. Okay, and I'm going to paste this. What you want to do is file, save as. Basically, you want to keep it as run, but you want to do .bat. Do you want to set this as all files? Save it. In fact, what you can do, you don't have to do this step, but this here is how much RAM you want to use. This is 1 gig RAM, 1024 megs is 1 gig of RAM. I want to set it to 2. So I want 2048. You want a file, save, and just delete the text document and keep the back document. What you now want to do is you want to run this file. It might take a little bit of time, hopefully not. But basically, it's just going to prepare all the files. If I drag this to the side, you'll see a bunch of files being created, blah blah blah. And this is basically setting up the server. You do have to do this a couple of times before you can actually run the server itself. As you can see here, it's starting to create a couple of files. So literally all it's doing is creating files, and basically I'll show you in a minute, but you've got to like accept something basically. This is taking just a little bit of time, might be because I'm recording. Basically, once this comes up, just press any key. Obviously, make sure that you're selected on the thing. As you can see here, it's created a few files. It's created a logs file, a EULA file, and a server properties file. You want to right click on EULA file, edit it. You don't have to press edit with Notepad just yet, but change this to true. Press file save or Control S, and then just run it again. Never use the jar file, just use the run file that we've made, and that's why it's called run, because that's what you use to run the file. And what it's going to do now is it's going to create a ton more files. It's going to make plugins file. It'll create all sorts. Basically, all we'll be using is the plugins file. It might come up with crash report file. Probably not. And it'll also make the worlds. It'll make the worlds file, the never file, and the end file. So this will take a little bit of time. Obviously, it's working here. All it'll do is it'll set up the world. It'll create the seed. It'll set the spawn point, just like a regular world in Minecraft. So once this is done, we'll move on. As you can see here, it's just setting up the spawn point in the regular world. It's also created the seed. I don't think that you can set your own seed to start with. So yeah. Now I will say that you don't have to make it a prison server. Basically, if you don't want to make a prison server, just don't make the plugins and just create the actual thing itself. This is actually going surprisingly slow. So like after this step, don't do anything else. Like once this is created, don't do anything else. Okay? Capiche? So it will take a while. It's just doing the regular world now. So I'll be back once it's done actually. So I'll just see in a minute. Okay, so it has actually just went faster, a lot faster actually, when I actually paused the thing. Now, when the server's finished, it will say done. This is the line that you should see when it is done. You don't have to wait for anything else. This bit is just saying that the server's going a little bit slow and it's skipping so many ticks. This can be for a few reasons. It could be for that your computer's just a little bit slow. It might just be that this is running a little bit slow itself. As you can see here, it's doing it a few times. You don't have to worry about it. It only creates like a little bit of lag, but we are like going to put in the no lag thing, which will probably speed it up a lot as well. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a super flat world. If you don't want to do this, just skip to where I added the plugins. The only reason I'm doing this now is because when I tried this myself, I created two servers. One server I tried putting in the plugins and then doing this world thing. And that made the plugins not work. What I believe anyway, it was making the plugins not work. Or you can just keep it as a regular world. But basically, if you skip this step and then do the super flat world last, then it'll obviously break it, of what I believe breaks it. And then basically, if you do this, the way I worked it out was that doing it this way works. Because if you're making a prison server, I would have thought that you'd prefer, you know, actually making it in a super fat world, because then you don't have all the hills to go around. But that's my personal opinion. So you just want to open up Minecraft. My computer does go a lot slower when I'm recording, and you'll probably see it when I'm in game actually. So hopefully it'll go a little bit quicker. So I am planning on making a few more videos on how to use certain plugins, etc. This server I'm literally going to go through in tutorials. I'm going to edit all the files in tutorials. So, you know, this will actually be episode 1. It's literally just setting up the basics of the server. Okay, so we are in the game. Basically, what you want to do is you want to go into single player. You then want to create a world. You want to call it world, nothing else, because as you see, I'll just close that. As you can see in this, it's called world. In fact, that should be just a regular W. There we go. We're going to set survival. Generate structures off. Super flat. Just leave as that. Allow sheets off. Bonus chests off. Generate structures off. Super flat world. Customize. I'm going to go into presets. And basically, to make more dirt layer, you literally press here. I'm going to take away the 2 and make it 10. You can make it any number you want, and then just press use presets. Press done, done, and create world. So because I'm recording, it will take a little bit longer than it would usually for my computer to create the world. But basically, as soon as we get in, I'm going to close the game. So just save and exit the world, close the game. You don't have to do anything else. I'll give you that bit right now before I do it myself, because I want to keep talking. So basically, we're in game now. Press escape. Once it actually loads up, it's not responding. There we go. Press save and quit title. I am planning on getting a new computer, by the way, guys. Hopefully this summer. Press quit game. Okay, now we have to open up another file explorer. It's exactly the same on Windows 7 actually, but instead you'd press Windows and then you'd right click on computer and then properties, I think. Yeah, I think it'd be properties. So basically you want to go into your C drive. Program, well, basically wherever you've got your Minecraft saved. So I'm just going to look for Minecraft. In fact, not when I last done this, it never worked. So I'm going to search up Minecraft in the thingy, and then I'm going to right click. Right click. It's either this way or another way. No, it isn't. That's the other way. Right, so I'll show you. Sorry guys. If I can't find it this way, I'm just going to pause the video until I do find it. So I'm going to go into my drive. Program files. Users. Why isn't it here? Oh, I know what you do. Right. I know that this is going to take a while, so just type in .minecraft. .minecraft, and then this actually came up quite fast. Oh, because it's not on my whole computer. Wait, that may still be in here. No, basically go into this PC and search .minecraft. This is the way I find it quickest, so it does take a while, so I'll just pause the video here. Okay, so it's eventually loaded and it's still taking forever to load. So once you've searched .minecraft, it'll come up with the .minecraft file. I'm just going to minimize that. So basically you want to go into saves and you will find world. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag that out onto my desktop just as a backup. You don't have to copy it or anything because we want it actually deleted out of the file. So we're just going to drag this world in and then we're going to close that. What we're now going to do is, just to be safe, I'm just going to run the server. Okay, so it's running. I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to close this. I'll pause it here as well. Okay, so I've just had a problem with my server, and it comes up with an error that the server must be running on another port, and this is because I never closed this. So basically what you want to type is stop before you run that, actually. And then I'm just going to run it again. So just in case that comes up for you, I just wanted to mention it quickly. So yeah, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so the server has started. Hopefully it's going to work. So what I've done is I've opened up Minecraft just to test it. So basically I'm just going to go into multiplayer. And we're going to direct connect, and you want to type in localhost without any capitals, localhost, and press join server. It shouldn't take too long because obviously it is on your computer, but it might be trying to do over the internet. I'm not sure how it works because even still I experience lag, even though normally when I'm not recording I don't experience lag on single player, or not very much of it if I do experience lag on this computer. But then when I'm on my server it creates a lot more lag, so I'm not sure how it works. Okay, so I am on my multiplayer server in a super flat world. How does that work? Well, it's because I put in super flat world. So now I know that that works. I'm just going to delete the world file on my desktop. And I'm just going to keep Minecraft open, actually. Okay, so world, delete. So what we want to do now is we want to stop the server again. Okay. And this is because we're going to put all the plugins in. So I'll just wait for it to stop. Don't press the X key. You want to stop it properly, otherwise it might not save correctly. You know, it could just break your server altogether, and I probably just wouldn't take the risk. So just type in stop. Do not press the X key, because basically all it'll ask you to do is press any key to continue, and then it'll just close itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the plugins file. I'm going to open up my other server just to copy out all the files. Plugins. Not like all the files, I'm just going to copy all the jar files so that nothing's saved, because the jar files aren't edited. Copy. So I'm just going to paste this. Right, and then we're literally going to run it again. You have to run it a lot, guys. And I mean a lot. Just to get it set up. So as I say, I'll leave all the links in the description for all of the plugins, all of the correct ones, because the ones that I showed you might not be exactly the correct ones, because I literally searched them all up on Google. I know for a fact that the Craft Bukkit one was correct simply because the file looked exactly the same, so you know, and I'd used it before when I searched it up on Google. So yeah, that is run 2 megabyte, 2 gig of RAM, so we know that's working fine. Although that probably might not be the best idea, but who cares? It's running, isn't it? So this will take a little bit longer to load in because it is trying to open up all of the plugins, like you can see here. It's trying to load in ClearLag, WorldEdit, Mine Reset, Essentials, Vault, WorldGuard, Player Vaults, Chest Shop. You know, all of the plugins that we've just put in now. And if we go into the plugins folder, you can see it's starting to create folders as well. I don't think it's going to come up with any errors. So far it isn't. It's just going to create a bunch of folders. Happily so far, it should work. I think the only error that should come up will be about SQL. If you've got an SQL installed, then perfect. I don't think it's going to come up with one more, is it? Yeah, I think I've just seen it. Yeah, SQL driver. It's saying that we should have an SQL driver. To be fair, don't try and get SQL because I never had any problems. When I had my problem with my other server, where it wouldn't load in half of the plugins. I thought that it was SQL, but then I made the new server and it's working perfectly. As you can see here, the only error that's came up is about SQL. All of the files have been created, which is a very good sign, because I deleted the files on the old server that didn't work, and they never got created again. So that's a good sign, saying that all of these have been created. So just go on Minecraft, direct connect localhost join. Obviously you can add a server and then just call it localhost, but you don't have to. Right, okay. So basically, oh, this isn't very good. I just realised I've got to show you. Oh, right. So I'll just leave it a few seconds to load in. If we do something now, like try and get the wand for WorldEdit, it'll not let us. So if I just / wand. Why has it only done one slash? And then press enter. It should say that you don't have the permissions. Yep. So basically you want to press escape. I just want to put all my video settings on lowest actually just for this. Really, is that it? Right, I'm just gonna knock that down. That should be. Oh, that entity shadows is on. Why is that on? Okay, I'm just gonna wait for this. If it'll actually do it for us. If not, I'm just gonna turn this off. I know this isn't part of the tutorial, but you know. I'm literally trying to make the best experience possible. I think it is doing it because it's crashed. Normally it does like not respond when it's crashing. It doesn't like completely crash, but it does go crazy. I'm just saying, if you want a fast Minecraft game, just copy these settings. Hopefully they'll add some things where there's more options. That'll obviously be for slower computers at some point, but then again they're always making it so that you need a better computer. It's basically for that in all games at the minute. Right. It'll probably happen for years and years, basically, until it's like that forever. Why isn't entity shadows just went off by itself? It shouldn't have. Right, okay, I'm just gonna now, because we won't even be able to change the difficulty. I'm just gonna quickly show that I can't even change the difficulty neither, just in case you don't believe that I can't do anything. So I'm gonna do / difficult. When I'm talking and typing at the same time, it doesn't often work out very well. Yep, it says that I don't have the permissions. So if we just type in the console OP and then your player name, which is mine is Benzaboy 2003. So now quickly before the slime kills us, I'm just going to / okay, there we go. So before you can see, the server has opt me. I have actually been able to set the difficulty to peaceful. I'm now going to set my game mode to creative. In fact, before I do that, I'm just going to show that I can do the wand in survival as well. There we go. And literally all it gives you is an axe. There you go. I'll show you how to do WorldEdit in another video. I'll probably do that on the Essentials video as well, because Essentials, once I'm actually in game, it'll probably not do much. So I'm just going to do slash game mode C, just to show that I can go into creative mode. So yeah, I can physically control everything through the server. So you know, I can place down any block I like. I probably don't have to do this because you've probably learned that I don't, like, you can just do everything, but I'm just going to show you. It doesn't get rid of it out my toolbar. I can place as many as I like. There you go. So yeah, that's how to make a Prison Server episode 1. I'm just going to quit game. So I'm just going to stop the server. There we go. I'll just save everything, blah blah blah, like usual. So yeah, that's how to make a Prison Server episode 1. Basically showing you like everything, how to set it up. So in the next episode, I'm just going to well, in the next few episodes, wait, probably for the rest of the episodes actually, it'll literally just be about like all of the plugins, like how they work, how to set them up, etc. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.